All right, welcome back to
About That Track.
My name is Toussaint Morrison.
And I'm Dr. Wylie.
And we make music together.
Movie.
Flavins and the ladies. We make audio together and not children. But yeah, someday, who knows?
Spoiler alert!
I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Anywho. Yeah, let's keep going. What's going on?
So we're going to talk about a track called Crimson Menace. And it's funny because you named this thing Crimson Menace, right?
No, you did.
Did I do that? That's the closest natural. Did I do that? I've ever almost had. No, I said Crimson Menace because, paint the town red. So I was like, yeah, Crimson Menace. But then somebody called you the Phantom Menace of Toussaint Morrison's Phantom Menace in like this music blog once. And I didn't really know what that meant, but I was like.
Because I don't get any credit.
Maybe. But this song was written from a very, what's that Joseph Campbell, the hero with 1,000 faces. We then made a song called The Villain with 1,000 Faces, and like I really, really, really got into comic books where like the villain was like humanized.
Right, the anti-hero kind of a flip of that coin.
Yeah, and I was going through this moment where I was like, well, I don't feel like much of a hero right now in my life. Or at least
but that's what makes comic books great, is that they can somehow capture the spirit of a character that is ambiguous.
Yeah.
Or at least they were the first to do it before mainstream TV and movies and everything else.
Yeah.
That, you had this landscape that they're just catching up on with the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe and Thanos and all that stuff. Where it's like, you look at Thanos and he's a villain, but it's like,
got a backstory, girl.
At the same time, he's kind of got a point.
So here's the backstory on Crimson Menace, on the villain that I used to play. That was not the original beginning. We had like a different beginning where I was singing something and I was like, this is way too long. So might as well just jump in with,
Fresh out of county, about to kiss freedom on all 12 ounces and get back to Wylie for the round trip. Crownless is still taking them to the mountaintop of the township.
It's a pretty specific line. You can probably guess what's happening there.
Riverside Plaza, city in the sky, sovereign, Vietnamese.
That is Edward Foley on the guitar.
The game around while getting ganged around. Brown King crew.
It's LA again on the drums?
It is, LA. Arthur Buckner on the drums.
With my tribe alive on arrival, so now they gotta take me out.
I always wanted to have like just somebody shouting in the backdrop through a fucking megaphone, or like somebody telling them on the ransom call like this is how it's gonna go. Like I just love that voice.
Gave her an overdose smirk of reposado.
That guitar, goddamn. Let that mother growl through there.
But let's restoration.
And it's so powerful in the width, and that it just states just enough.
Yeah.
Steps back.
I'm wondering why the retreat.
The organ, you can kind of hear it in this speaker, but.
Holy Ghost.
Oh, the candle went out. That's the smoke.
I'm all in. Hold me close.
This is Arthur Buckner, and he was slightly opposed to this because he said it sounded too much like. I'm gonna remember the dude. He just passed away recently. I'll remember when the song's done.
Out of sorts, out of my lane, it's still on my way.
Had so much trouble with the chorus. Like, had like a whole chorus, or like make it a half chorus, or like.
When do we jump back in?
Yeah. There's a lot going on with that.
This is some Tyler the Creator's shit going on.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. I was like, make it another weird phone call. Like, why not? Enemies,
alien stuff.
And if you need more of it, you're most not likely to.
This is kind of inspired by Frank Ocean, Pink Matter. Like when you just hear people shouting in the background, but like don't really know what's going on. What is this sound effect? Wait for it. It's like somebody giggling.
Getting caught or just the act, it'll catch up to you.
Shit, it happened before that whole thing. It's like almost like
Hold me close.
Wait, 1 second.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm not apologizing to Cecil for this, but we got.
You still don't know that?
1 second.
It's gonna be an editing nightmare.
No, he's gonna be okay.
Don't always tell that.
Here it goes.
And if you need more of it, you're most not likely to. You still don't know that? And let alone that. Pop that good shit in a pop. I've been bending at the roots for so long I can't tell you where they are.
I don't remember.
What is that?
It's the ghost in the shell.
Ghost in the Machine. Ghost in the Machine.
Catch up to you. Holy Ghost.
Yeah, I'd have to dig back.
Count me in.
We could have a sequel video where I actually do my research.
Who's the homie that did Ain't No Sunshine? Ain't no sunshine when you see. Bill Withers? That's what he thought this sounded like. He said it sounded like Bill Withers when he said. Sorry, LA, I didn't even do you justice right there. Yeah.
Rim shots.
Yeah.
Dope as fuck.
I love this part. And you were like,
Yeah. They been keeping up.
you
I like making
administered
breaks.
that idea where you're like,
Yeah.
let's, parse this out.
Well, we are loop based.
Yeah.
So when you take little breaks,
It's like, yeah, put like,
it gets people's
some,
attention.
break it up. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Rational fear. I'm empty enough to laugh and put a crack in the mirror. If it's anything less than cat do so, I won't have it in here.
I don't know where that part came from.
The life of a
That was another idea of yours? Like, give it like two.
Well, when you've had a few and you don't mind, that's kind of what the world becomes. All of the party and the hype and the voices
Yeah.
just go away, and you're in your little
White noise be
echoey
gone.
drone.
White noise be gone.
You've all been there.
About the half of this. Wylie and I from different worlds, but we come from the same galactic champion. Yeah,
That is a beer from
you're aiming to be the first to laugh or the
What?
last to
Bent
Clown
Brew Distillery.
shoes. Clown shoes.
Okay, Clown Shoes or Bent Brew Distillery gave a beer to y'all when you were working at Fantasy Flight. It was Galactic
Oh
Champion.
no, yeah, that's bent. That's bent.
Galactic Champion.
Brew Distillery.
This was supposed to be the beginning, but we put it at the end. And it just works better at the end than it does at the beginning.
Especially with the whole I'm dying background
Yeah.
sound effect.
I don't know what this is gonna look like in the music video, but it's gonna look cold as hell. Max is gonna be on it. Max is gonna be on it. It gives a good feel, like it just, that song by itself, that happened over the course of like 4 or 5 years. I love how that's the huge.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years?
But
Yeah.
if I recall, this one, its genesis was you bringing back some audio file on your phone.
Yep,
that you're
yep.
like, I hummed this into my phone last week
Boom,
at
boom,
2 in the morning
boom,
because
boom,
I
boom,
was struck by the muse.
Yep,
And that's where it all started.
Yeah, that is where it started.
And it was that part. It was just the.
And it helps so much with Edward and Arthur Buckner, LA, on it, that it just brought it to a level that.
Yeah, this is a track that definitely did benefit from
Yeah.
the human touch.
Oh, absolutely. And then like also, so I had the Bill Withers in there, then I had the giggle in there where I don't know where the giggle came from, but also it had the same theme of kind of like New Gods, like a little bit, like just like villain, like just kind of like Friends with the Night, like
Right.
I don't know. It just is like, it's like everybody F off. Like I don't want to have anything to do with your party. I don't know.
It's
Very dismissive.
the way you want to imagine yourself when you're walking into a house party, when you have somebody that you're expecting to be there to impress.
Maybe, yeah. Or you don't have anybody there to impress. Like you just don't. There's a T-shirt I bought a long time ago. I gotten some money from a commercial, and I was like, well, I got all this money. I'm gonna buy a T-shirt online, and I know that was a.
Macklemore would disapprove.
Well, the
Reference thrift shop.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, the funny part was that.
$50 for a T-shirt.
Well, it was like 25 or 30. I forget. But I bought it from me and the drummer from the Blend, and it said, "I didn't come here to impress none of you motherfuckers." And like that's what I feel like. And I would wear it out sometimes, and people at the grocery store would just start laughing. I'd be like, "Oh, yeah." And I feel like that's the spirit of Crimson Menace, where it's just like.
But the irony is that you can't show up to a party with the resolution of not impressing anyone if no one's there to observe that you're not trying to impress them.
Are you saying you can only go to a party if you want to impress somebody?
If you're not looking for attention, but you go to a place to get attention based on not looking for attention,
Girl, you don't go to public just to get attention. You just be around people.
you got a shirt saying so.
Oh, the shirt saying that. Oh, the shirt's
Like, look
funny.
at me. I don't want you to look at me. I don't care about you, but look how I don't care about you.
This is a philosophical argument we'll have to solve at another
Kind
time.
of got in a rut there.
But anyways, the track, has a lot of layers going into it, a lot going on. I mean, even that thing like, you know, we have like that hit of the horns, like.
Yeah, we
there's
did
just a ton of
get
stuff
microcosmic with it.
which is great, which is what it needs to be, and I think down the line, this is what I'll press him on, is like, so we meet like once a week, you know, if at all, to do this stuff, and I think down the line, like let's say, you know, you can make more of a livelihood out of it, and you can do 2 times or 3 times a week, and like, not to fast track some of these songs, but to like come to these like creative conclusions, you know, quicker than we have been, would be dope. Because you look at this is like a chronicled journey. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Right.
Like over the course of many different weeks and months, and
Yeah.
years. Like, but I dig it, and I look for, again, it gives like, it has like a whole like environment that it brings with it. Like it has an entire personality to it, which is.
And just the time that goes into the kernel of an idea.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a fan of like what goes into making movies.
Yeah.
And it's really a different ballgame when it comes to songs, at least in our experience.
Yeah.
Because we're doing this independently,
Yeah.
it's at our leisure.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're making a movie, you've got to have it all laid out ahead of
yeah,
time, and you've got to,
no,
you know,
there's-
you have today or
Yeah.
this week to do it.
Yeah.
And so to be able to come back to these different ideas and have something sitting on your hard drive that you've backed up 3 times because you're paranoid, but then you finally, you know, dust it off and bring it back up again, and you have this fresh perspective and these
Yeah.
fresh ideas, and even the subtle little things that you can add to it.
Yeah.
Just really make coming back and listening to them again.
Yeah.
Just, you know, it's these are our babies.
Yeah. These are babies.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to making the music video for it because it's gonna be interesting. It all has to be at night. It can't be no sunshine. Ain't no sunshine.
When she's gone.
So yeah.
back.
But yeah, definitely when this comes out, Crimson Menace, just how it sounds, unless we change anything weird on it, like put a Z in there.
We're committed.
Want to put it
Where would the Z go?
MENISS?
Crimson.
Menace. Like put a $ in the crimson in the S.
Men, number 8. Men 8. Sorry.
Anywho, well that's gonna conclude this about that track for Crimson Menace. Spotify, look for it on everything. Toussaint Morrison, Crimson Menace, or just Dr. Wylie. You'll catch all our music. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will assuredly see you later.